What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carl's here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we are actually going to be doing a paint enhancement on a black vehicle, black truck, I believe. Paint wise, I think it's in rough shape. But today's video is really going to be talking about paint enhancement, and that's what we're going to be doing on this truck. So stick around and let's get going. Unfortunately, truck couldn't be moved out, so we had to go rinseless solution on this. Obviously, we're using the DIY rinseless wash, and I really enjoyed it so far. So what I'm doing here is spraying the rinseless, and then I'm using a wash mitt, and then I have a grit guard inside the bucket. So every time I throw it in there, I just stir it up, make sure that all that dirt goes in there, and then I'm coming back with a with the clay bar. So after I do the wash mitt, I'll spray again, and then now I'm cleaning the paint just to get it ready for the enhancement. The products you're going to be seeing today is we're using Coach Chemi P301, and if you've been following my channel, you know that Coach Chemi has been truly the only product line I have used for a good while now, and we're pairing it with the Rupes White Fine Cut Pad. That is the softest pad, and I'm using the Max Shine, the new M.A.D 8mm 1000 watt motor. And it has worked solid for me, right? When you're working with a very soft pad, just know that if you put too much pressure, that pad isn't going to be spinning. So usually I work it at about a speed 6, and just work it nice and slow, and the results truly come out amazing.
Poco y me provoca tanto cuando estamos en la cama. Esas ganas de hoy que nos tenemos no se dejan pa' mañana. Mi color favorito es verte, verte desnuda solita pa' mí. No estoy seguro si tú estás consciente que te adicto a querer de ti. Es que ya, baby, que se da, si es contigo vamos al cielo. Hazme el amor, piel que tanto dice tenerme. Hazme el amor, pa' que matemos la curiosidad. Tú sabes mejor que esos besos son...
When it comes to paint enhancements, how many passes do I do? And the answer to that is 3 solid passes, right? And I feel for me, that's really where I see a nice difference on the paint as far as removing any blemishes, any imperfections, and just cleaning up the paint nicely. So for me, 3 passes is what I will do when it comes to a paint enhancement.
Que a ti te pienso tanto, no creo que solo sea amor. Por ti, baby, doy el mundo y la mitad en mi corazón. Baby, tú y yo, queriéndonos, sintiéndonos. Hazme el amor, y el que tanto dice tenerme. Hazme el amor, pa' que matemos la curiosidad. Tú sabes mejor que esos besos son los que dan suerte. Hazme el amor, olvidarnos de nuestra realidad. Yeah, te conozco poco y me provoca tanto cuando estamos en la cama. Esas ganas de hoy que nos tenemos no se dejan pa' mañana. Mi color favorito es verte, verte desnuda solita pa' mí. No estoy seguro si tú estás consciente que te adicto a querer de ti. Es que ya, baby, que se da, si es contigo, vamos al 100. Hazme el amor, y el que tanto dice tenerme. Hazme el amor,
And the last tip, guys, in order for you to fully maximize your results, you have to know how to explain your packages, right? And I tell this to a lot of the guys that I do trainings with is you have to practice your craft so that when you explain it to your customers, the customer can understand really nicely what you're gonna be giving them, right? When I do sometimes one-on-ones with detailers, right, and I ask them, all right, let's do role play. Try to sell me one of your packages, right? I want an exterior, right, or I want a hand wax, and this is not knocking any of the detailers, but practice makes perfect, right? And as they're trying to explain it to me, they're nervous, right? If you're nervous with me, you're nervous with the customer, right? So you have to lose the fear of explaining to your customer thoroughly what you're going to be doing. And I tell all of them, practice your craft, practice a hand wax over and over and over, practice a correction over and over and over. And the more you do it, your mind is gonna train you to explain your packages much better to your customer. And in transition, that's gonna equal more sales, right? So these are just tips that I can highly recommend you using in your business. I know, speaking from experience, in the beginning, I was a little bit shy to explain the packages to my customers, and really that transitioned to no sales, right? And then finally, I just got more comfortable with this. And the better you practice your craft, the better at the selling you're gonna be at. Obviously, I don't promote sales because I just let my work speak for myself. But I learned to explain it to the customers in a way that they're gonna understand what I'm providing, and they will truly understand what they're gonna be buying.
que a ti te pienso tanto, no creo que solo sea amor. Por ti, baby, doy el mundo y la mitad en mi corazón.
So when you offer a paint enhancement, always be very, very clear to your customer what you're going to be giving them, right? You don't want to surprise the customer and then the customer's like, I honestly thought this was gonna look better, right? How many of you guys have heard that? I know I have in the beginning stages of my polishing career, I guess, where the customer thought we're getting a correction, and in reality, they were just getting an enhancement, right? And in the beginning, I think I just failed to truly explain to the customer what they were gonna get. So a good advice I can give you is always just be very transparent to your customer, explaining them what you're going to be giving them, right? And I always tell the customers an enhancement is just a temporary gloss, right? It's just a temporary look. Obviously, if the customer maintains it, the look of the vehicle could definitely prolong the 6 months that a wax usually stays. But always be very transparent.
Dice que no la pruebe que me gustará. Si no quiero algo serio que no vaya más. Me tiene adictivo a ese mirar y esos labios, baby, que quiero besar. Tú eres como el deseo que tuve de niño y ahora ese sueño que ya es realidad. Los dos sabemos dónde va el camino, directo a la ducha, baby, vamos a hacerlo ya. Es que ya, baby, que se da, si es contigo, vamos al cielo. Hazme el amor, el que tanto dice tener. Hazme el amor, pa' que matemos la curiosidad.
And that concludes today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't very like extensive or anything like that. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull the truck out just because I think the truck had like no battery or something. So it had to stay in there. But hopefully you're able to see in these clips just how it came out. There's definitely imperfections, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie. The paint looks amazing, but if we put it under the light, you're definitely gonna see imperfections in the paint, right? Which I did let the customer know. Before you do the vehicle, explain thoroughly to the customer what you're gonna be doing, what they're gonna be seeing after you finish it. That way they know what they're getting, and there's like no they don't feel like you lied to them, right? Once I finished it, I showed it to the customer looked at it and he was like, man, this still looks way better than what I thought, right? And obviously he did point out there's still some scratches, and he was like, you did tell me about that. So as long as you're transparent with your customer, the customer understands what they're going to be buying. When the finished product is done, they will happily pay you without thinking twice, right? Transparency is key at the end of the day. As always, guys, I hope you guys had a blessed weekend. If you had a slow start of your week, I pray it gets better for you. I hope you get a phone call. And like I always say, one call can definitely change the trajectory of your business and truly make your day a whole lot better. As always, God bless you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.